it's obviously going to be new to me. But I'm looking forward to it. I think, last, WBC, I was kind of on the fence of doing it and not doing it. And when I decided not to do it, watching the games, I kind of regretted that I didn't do it. I think it's definitely a different, like you said, being, getting ready for a regular season, a full season, and then, playing for nationally, it's going to be definitely different. But I'm looking forward to it. I think the change would be pretty cool. And, like I say, get to play with the guys that you don't get to play with, all the time.
What does having a flag and playing for a country, is it a different sort of emotion than gearing up for the grind with the Angels?
Obviously, I played with Team USA when I was, I forget the year, but, when I was younger. So it was pretty cool to, have the USA across your chest, and you're playing for your country. A lot of people are going to be watching, the whole country, obviously. And, you got to represent them. And it's, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. It's definitely, obviously different. You're playing, this is like a tournament play, and or a bracket play, or how you even say it, but opposed to a long season. So it's just a couple weeks, and you just gotta try to win.
My question is this: I wonder what kind of interactions you've had over the years with Ken Griffey Jr. and what do you think you'll draw from the experience of having him be your hitting coach for about 3 weeks?
Yeah, first off, growing up, I think every little kid wanted to, emulate, Griffey's swing in the backyard or on the baseball field. So it was, when I first got to meet him, I thought that was pretty special, pretty neat. And, obviously now, being one of the coaches, it's going to be cool. I'm going to get to pick his brain. Obviously we're here to win, but you get to, play with a lot of great people and meet a lot of great, former big leaguers. So, I got to meet him over the years, obviously playing in Seattle, seeing him around and seeing him around baseball. But I'm really looking forward to it, to interact with him and, get to know him a little bit more.
Mike, how much, if I'm still on there, how much thought have you given to the possibility of facing Shohei, you in the batter's box, him on the hill during the WBC?
We talked about it during the year last year. Because I knew he was going to do it. It's I get a front row seat every time he pitches when he's with us. So it's pretty nasty. And every person I talk to that faces him, says they don't want to be in the box. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. He's one of my good friends, so it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna be competing with a lot of teammates and a lot of people that you play against. So it's gonna be a good time.
Hey Mike, good to see you, man. When you signed up to be captain of Team USA, I'm curious just sort of what your expectations were for like what players would follow you and join the team, and have you been surprised by just sort of like all the star talent that's on that roster right now?
When Tony came up to me and asked me, I thought it'd be pretty cool, awesome. I think a lot of people and a lot of players reached out. I think the first one I reached out to was Bryce, because I knew growing up, being compared to each other, and just both coming up through the system at the same time. I think I thought that was pretty cool to be able to play with him. I told him, I said, look, this is a chance we get to play together, and I think it'd be a pretty cool moment. I think ever since that, it was just a lot of guys that reached out, said, hey, I want to be part of this. And I think everybody wants to be a part of this, because it's gonna be something special. I think being able to represent Team USA and go out there and have the whole country behind you, it's gonna be pretty cool.
So it was more guys reaching out to you, not so much you sort of recruiting?
It was kind of going both ways. I would text Tony and I'll talk to Mark and just throw the feelers out there on which guys I would want on the team, and which who would want to play, and they've done a great job with that. But yes, there's a lot of guys reaching out and a lot of big name guys that want to be a part of this. So it's pretty cool.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Bill Shaken.
Thanks. Hi, Mike. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Wanted to ask you, can you compare, given the stacked rosters, the anticipation and the expectations for this team versus the anticipation and expectations for your Eagles?
Oh man, comparing to Eagles. Oh man. I think seeing all the rosters. There's a lot of great countries out there with some rosters. I mean, the Eagles are the #1 seed. They got the home field advantage. I think you can compare it a little bit. We're playing in Miami, we're playing in Phoenix and in Miami, so it's kind of home field. Other than that, there's it's going to be a fun. The football game tomorrow is going to be fun because I'm obviously going to be there. I'm really looking forward to the WBC. A lot of people reaching out saying, they're going to be coming and watching, and it's going to be special.
And you've got, as you know, a bunch of new teammates coming in this year, and a lot of guys from the Angels are going to be playing in this tournament. Given the expectations you guys have this season, are you happy with what's happened this winter and how you're going to be able to get all those guys together given the WBC?
Yeah. I think Perry's done a great job bringing in, some pieces that we were missing last year. This is all new stuff to me. WBC is new to me. So, like you said, being able to bond with your teammates, your new teammates, you're not going to be able to get that. You lose a couple weeks, but I think everything will work out. A lot of guys have been in the league for a while, and we know majority of them. So I think we'll be fine.
All right, thanks. Good luck.
Yep.
Pete Caldera.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Mark DeRosa mentioned that his first conversation with you was pivotal in cementing what this was all about for him, and again how the impact of your participation might have in motivating other stars to join. Just wondering what you recall from that first conversation with DeRosa and your take on having him as on board as manager.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I got to know him over the years. Jersey boy, so it was pretty special. I think once he got the job, I think that phone call was he's been a part of it a bunch of times, so he knows how it is as a player. So I'm just really looking forward to it. I think he's got a really good mindset, and he understands everything. And there's nothing be better to I think it's his first time managing as well. So I think that impression is gonna your first impression is always the best. So we got to go out there and try to win it for him. So I got to talk to him over the last few months. Pick his brain a little bit and see what he's thinking. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm excited.
Terrific. Thank you.
David Adler.
Hey, Mike. I want to know how do you feel about being able to play in front of kind of an audience of fans from other countries who might not normally get to see you play and the other stars on the Team US roster?
Yeah, I think it's just great exposure for everybody. I think being able to play, obviously, in our home country. So it's going to be a majority USA, but a lot of countries represent, and that's pretty cool as well. But like you said, the exposure, it's going to be on a big time stage, and being able to go there and compete with other guys and other countries, it's going to be pretty cool.
And just what might you have heard from guys who have played before you about how the WBC is different from playing normal MLB games?
I haven't really talked to anybody really about that specifically, but you could just see it on, watching it on TV. Just the atmosphere, the intensity. It's every game means something. Every game is big time. So it's you got to just be the last one standing. So I think it's pretty cool.
Thanks, Mike.
Ryan Fagan.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Good.
I wanted to ask you about the competition aspect of it. I've talked with DeRosa and Tony Regans here recently, and they both talked about the competition versus exhibition mindset and how this group is wanting to really win this. It's not just about, hanging out with other guys and playing with guys you didn't normally get to, but what does it mean for you and the other players you talked about, the competition part, trying to win this whole thing, especially after the U.S. won in 2017?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole main reason we're here is to win this thing. It's not, all the other stuff's great, being able to play with each other, get to know each other a little bit more. But there's only one thing on our mind, is trying to win this whole thing. There's a lot of great countries out there that have a lot of great teams. I think, that's the whole reason I signed up. I'm trying to win this thing. And there's nothing else, anything else is a failure. So I'm looking forward to it. We're just going to go out there and see what happens.
Great. Thank you.
Greg Joyce.
Hey, Mike, you said you regretted not playing last time around. What was it kind of like watching from afar, and what kind of got you hooked that you knew you wanted to play this time around?
Just the whole atmosphere, and it looked like they were having so much fun. I'm always having fun on the baseball field, but when they were out there, making them plays and winning, it was, I think it was. That's what I regretted. I should have been out there. I wanted to do it, and then I didn't want to do it. It was kind of, I was kind of up in the air about it, but being able to, I just wanted to be a part of it. And I thought it was a special moment for them when they won it. And now, I get an opportunity to be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to go out there.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow, and any predictions for the Giants?
Yeah, the Giants are a hot team right now. And, obviously us getting back, the Eagles getting back healthy is big. We're bringing back, I think Lane's playing tomorrow, and obviously Jalen's, full 100%, but it's going to be a fun game. I know the Link's going to be rocking. I'm going to be up there cheering. I'm going to be up there screaming. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Mike.
Josh Vernier.
Mike, I appreciate your availability. I cover the Royals for Kansas City, and a lot of the players that joined the team following your lead are your contemporaries, but there's also the next generation, guys a little bit younger than you, like a Bobby Witt Jr. How much are you hoping that this team leaves a legacy to where, the 92 Olympic basketball team, the Redeem team, to where it becomes a generational thing moving forward?
I think it's huge. Like you said, when you have young guys that the younger generation that's coming up and making a huge impact in this league. Bobby Witt's, he's unbelievable. He's a stud. He's going to be really good in this league for a long time. Watching him play last year. So it's I think that's another reason, being a part of this and trying to make that winning culture keep going. So in the future, younger guys, see how much fun they're having and, can just carry it on. I think it's great for the game to have the young stars come in as well and to be with the veteran guys. I think it'll mean a lot to them, and I think they're looking forward to it.
Thanks again.
Yep.
Yasuhiro Naito.
Hi, Mike. Thank you for making time. So I have a question for what impact do you think Lars Nutover joined to the Japanese team?
I can understand what you said.
What do you impact? Do you think that's a large notable and centuries player joined to the Japanese national team?
Yeah, I think the Japanese team is stacked as well. Even if you featured Shohei as the main guy, and talking to Shohei about that team, he's saying he's not. He tried to tell me that he don't think he's the best player on the team, and there's no way that there's somebody better than Shohei. So, but he knows his baseball players, but I'm looking. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to that matchup. It's going to be, if we get there and have to face them, it's they're a good team. There's a lot of great countries out there that are putting a team together that's going to be make an impact. So,
thank you so much.
Yep.
Bob Nightingale. Bob.
Must be on mute.
Come back to him. Nick Roque.
Yeah, hey Mike, Nick Roque with the Athletic in Denver. To the baseball, what do you expect? From the actual baseball, how the games might play out. Have you heard from players who played before about how the games actually unfold? And how do you normally feel in the middle of March? And then also, like, what do you expect from the pitching?
Yeah, I think you feel the best middle of March. I mean, you're coming in from spring, just working out all season, so you feel pretty good. The pitching standpoint, it's gonna be interesting. I'm not a pitcher, but I know how they handle themselves in the spring. They have to get ramped up. It's gonna be different. So you're gonna see guys that usually throw 6-7 innings might throw 2 innings. So that's gonna be different. I think talking to other guys, I think it basically it kind of brings back the younger side of myself and playing a tournament like when I was a kid. So I'm really looking forward to that, and playing that little tournament just to switch some things up. You've been doing it for so long. Getting ready for a full season, and I think yeah.
Do you feel comfortable? There's a good chance you go up against somebody who you've never seen. You might not even have tape on. Who knows? But
yeah, no, I think you're right. You're right. It's definitely going to be difficult for sure. You face guys. You face guys across the league that you face them 2 or 3 times a year, 4 or 5 times a year. So it's a lot. You seeing a guy for me. Seeing a guy, it definitely helps you, in your future at bats. But we're going to go out there and, it is what it is. You got to go out there and battle. And, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Hans Lin.
Hi, Mike. Greetings and questions from Taiwan. We are on the other side of the straw, but we will work hard to meet you guys in the semifinal. And
Okay.
my question is, what does it mean to you and Team USA to play against the national teams around the world? And also, do you expect facing some different style of playing baseball? And what is your impression of Taiwanese players?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's just a different, being a part of different style. I think it'll be different for me as well. I don't see it often, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be this is all new stuff to me. So, I'm going to just embrace it and enjoy every minute of it. I think, not just Taiwan, and, there's a bunch of countries out there that plays differently. But when it comes down to it, you still got to hit a ball and you still got to throw a ball. So, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, meeting new people, meeting new fans, friends. I think it's good for the base, good for Major League Baseball, and it's good for baseball in general.
Thank you.
Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward.
The other one.
See, I hear you.
You've talked quite a bit about the competition of this tournament, but how much scouting have you done on teams that you haven't seen, like Japan and Taiwan? And are there teams that worry you more than others? I know the Dominican roster is growing a lot of buzz.
No, I think if we play our game, we can beat anybody. So, I think the whole scouting report thing, it's going to be, it's all new to me. So I don't know what's going to be there available for us, but I'm sure people are doing some scouting reports for us. We're not just going to go out there blind. So, and if we have to, we will. I mean, it is what it is. Just go out there and just battle and compete. I think that's, sometimes that's the best way to do it anyway. Just go out there and not think too much. Just go out there, have some fun, and try to win ball games. So it'll be different. Obviously it's going to be different than your everyday basis in the major leagues because there's so much scouting reports and so much information you can get. I think, but I'm looking forward to it. Whatever it brings, whatever comes out, and I have to do. I'm looking forward to it. So.
Thanks, Mike. And then when it comes to international play, I know you guys are playing here in the United States, but do you think this is going to open doors to maybe some guys going down to Winter League to play a game similar to what they're playing in the Caribbean?
Yeah, I think it's, this is really good for baseball, all around, just growing the game. And, you get to play against, like you said, different countries, across the whole world. So it's definitely big for the game, and it's good for the game.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
All right, we'll try one more time. Bob Nightingale.
Hey, Mike. Hope you can hear me this time. Have you talked to anybody about that epic 2017 game between Team USA and the Dominican Republic, the game in Miami, or you remember watching it at all?
The biggest thing thinking about, going back to the last WBC was when, the one thing that stands out was the Manny Machado, Adam Jones catch. I think that was in San Diego. I talked to, you really, after the WBC, a lot of people were like, yeah, you need to do it. It's unbelievable time to blast. And then you don't really hear for, a couple of years. And then once it started leading up, I think, a lot of people, wanted me to do it, and, we're interested to do it. And I think it's going to be, like I said, it's all going to be new to me, but it brings back some, my childhood days, and, you're playing them tournaments, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
And what had been the biggest reservation before, just being away from the team in spring training?
What was that?
And what had been your biggest reservation about playing the tournament before, just being away from the team in spring training?
No, I think there wasn't one thing off the top. I mean, that had something to do with it. It was just a mixture of everything. Couldn't really tell you one particular thing, but obviously I wanted to get ready for the season. I try to follow a strict schedule on what I do, but I think it's time for me to, like I said, just go out and expand a little bit and, have some fun. So.